I'm not done. Let me cook. Let me cook.
Like, I used to be with this girl, right? And she put me. No, I swear to God.
That's true. I'm gonna come up to him like.
That's the one that you was DJing.
That's kind of fucking cheeks, bro.
No pleasure, man.
Peace.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Jay Creates. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you guys know when we post another banger. And really quick, I want to let everyone know this video is sponsored by The Valley brand. Make sure to check them out. They are a brand coming out of the Central Valley. They have an array of different clothes, beanies, hoodies, snapbacks, crew necks, t-shirts, you name it, they have it. So with that, I have two awesome homies of mine. The one and only Angel, aka Zemps. What's good, brother?
Chilling, man. I'm glad to be here.
And my boy, thanks for coming on, Finn the Ruler, aka Anthony. What's up, brother?
Our second time.
I know, right? We're running it back, bro. We're running it back. So before you guys, just a little backstory. Me and Finn just shot it by ourselves, and I don't know what happened. I guess I didn't format the thing right, and then we lost all the audio. So we're praying this one goes good. It's recording. I think everything's good. We're just chilling.
You think? Just check. Just make sure. Because last time we thought it was recording and it wasn't.
No. So it was recording. It's just I didn't format the SD card. Yeah. How you guys feeling, bro?
Hydrated, bro. I'm feeling good.
Hydrated. I can't say the same, bro. I'm literally drinking a fucking beatbox right now.
Theo's gonna fuck this shit up.
I know. I should probably get homeboy out of here. Amp, my boy Finn.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us real quick about your prep, your show coming up, all of those good things. I'm excited to hear about it, brother.
Dude, it's fucking tough. We're like 8 weeks out. Fuck, I'm already feeling it. Hungry, like cardio. But I mean, the gym sessions are cool. I'm weak as fuck now.
All the blended chicken.
Yes, sir.
But
hey, Loki, I've been thinking about that because.
Have you tried that yet?
Hell no, bro. There's no reason to. Well, bro, the thing is, people don't understand. Bodybuilding is an intense sport, bro, and it gets to that point, but it's like
you can't just eat that same food every day. Like, it's tiring.
Yeah, bro. Like, can you imagine like when you get to be a guy when you're like fucking 250 pounds eating like fucking 5-6 times a day?
Yeah.
You know how much chewing that is, bro?
That makes sense. Because like you told me with the diet plan, you're not here for taste, you're here for results.
It's true. Okay, more so consistency. It's always consistency with everything.
Yeah.
I think you can apply it to everything in life, honestly.
Wait, so what's that diet like? How much are you cutting down? What's the calorie intake on that? We have a nutritionist right here, my boy. So
it's 1,800 calories. 1,800 calories.
Bro.
1,800?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, bro? That's aggressive.
That's aggressive.
That's something you put me on at 5'6", 180.
No, maybe a little more. I think it was a little more. I think it was around
like 21 maybe.
Hell yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, 21.
300 calorie difference though, is that like a big difference?
Oh hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
Even at 1,800 calories now that my body's like adjusting to the low like three meals, 4 days.
Bro, because you gotta. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
It's tough. Like I don't even like to eat anymore. Sometimes I'll forget. I'll miss my meals and I'll feel fine because I'm so used to like that deficit already. Like I tell you how I'll wake up at like 3 or 4 gym and then I'll eat at like 8 and then that's it. Sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, bro. Because you gotta think about it. Like a guy like him, how many times a day are you eating?
Right now or like way before?
No, I mean like
right now,
how
like
many meals a day?
4. I have
4.
Yeah.
And what? And you're at 1,800 calories. Yeah. Then that's what 300, 400 calories a meal. That's a whole nother meal.
Wait, actually, yeah.
So right.
True. Another thing that people don't talk about too is like body dysmorphia or
body dysmorphia.
I
have that right now.
Because I feel like gym bros and especially bodybuilders in themselves, they probably go through that so crazy during their cut.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like just looking like, no, this isn't enough. This isn't enough.
Bro.
I don't look.
Like
good enough, you know?
Everybody's like, oh, you look good, you're leaning out, like you're still big as fuck, and I'm just like looking in the mirror, I'm like, nah, I want to be bigger. I should be bigger.
Yeah.
Like I want some Kevin LeBron shit.
Well, that's the thing, bro. You know how they say the saying goes, ignorance is bliss, and obviously, bro, when you have someone, let's say like Anthony, right, and he knows the standard he has to be at, right, and he knows the perspective that he's looking at himself at, and it's like.
Yeah,
bro,
like,
you're never gonna seem like enough compared to someone like, let's say, a new gym goer. Bro, his standard is the fucking old ass man that can bench 405 back in his day. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that difference is crazy.
Yeah, like people always like say you're big enough and stuff, but it's different because I put myself in like the bodybuilding perspective. Like I want to be 6'2" and like 240 and fucking big. But like to somebody that's like what he was saying, like a new gym goer, like just having like a dad bod with like some muscle on is cool enough for them. Yeah. But like me, I want more.
Well, also you got to take into account too, like you're saying, like they have different goals. Like for me, for example, if I just looked pretty leaned out and toned out, it's done for me. You know what I mean? But bodybuilding in itself is a whole nother monster. You know, it's like that shit. You can't just like eat shitty and go into a like a show. You know what I mean? I feel like you'll get like mediocre ass results.
There's
you know?
preparation for that.
Do you think you could still get fat ass results with all of the trend and all that shit?
Of course, it's just your diet.
Hold on, before anything, are you enhanced or you're not enhanced?
I am enhanced. Fuck
So
yeah,
he's an enhanced. So as of right now, his perspective is from an enhanced athlete.
Yes.
Yes, peds are key.
Yes, it's so cool, bro. Just to be on PEDs.
Okay, talk about that first. So talk
well,
about life before.
Yeah.
So what exactly? You know, we'll break it the fuck down.
Yeah,
All right,
Let's just start when I was natty.
on?
Let's just start when I was natty. So when I was 17, I tried pro hormones. I tried 4 of the strongest pro hormones as soon as I turned 18 because I was able to go buy them off the counter.
Yeah.
I blew up. But like I worked at Black Bear, so I was eating fucking shitty every day. So, but I did put on hella signs.
So back then, that during like COVID times, you were.
That was like before COVID times. Like that one time you pulled up, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like barely getting into it because
But you weren't natty.
No, I was barely getting into like the non-natty scene.
Damn, I thought you were natty around then. Because
Well,
those
that was
garage day workouts were killer for you. That's when you really blew up. I feel when you were working out in the garage.
I was natty for that time because I stopped working. So I only did pro hormones for 3 months and blew up, and that's when I went back to school, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're on steroids and shit."
Did you only do it for 3 months because that's like a cycle period, or
yeah, that's like a cycle period. Pro hormones, anything pills, SARMs, or any kind of pills are way worse on your liver because it has to process through it. Like you could get stomach ulcers, fuck up your stomach lining. You get pancreatic cancer, kidney cancer.
Bro, dude,
it's worse.
Or I don't know, man. I don't know.
Talk about your perspective, because you're natty,
I don't
aren't
know.
you?
Yeah, bro. Of course, I don't have a crazy physique. I just bust my ass. You know, I just do what I can. But I mean, I told Anthony straight to his face, bro, because you know that's how everything should be. I told him I was like, in my opinion, I feel like he should have went on PEDs
when I fully maxed out my physique.
Exactly.
I remember
Wait, hold on.
So what I told him is that he should have went on PEDs when he reached his full natural potential. And for most people that are natural is around what, 24, 25.
Yeah.
You're fucking prefrontal roll. You know, when you're thinking like a fucking man, bro, when you're thinking good.
Yeah.
You're thinking grown, right?
Yeah.
And so for most people, it's 24, latest 25. And dude, you're 20, what are you, 20, 21?
21.
Bro, this guy's 21 and he's already, you hit 300 pounds.
I hit 280.
He was almost there.
I was
he
so
was fucking close.
Bro, no.
Yeah.
282 because I remember it was September.
Yeah.
Mid-September going into September, October. Yeah, like going in October, and I told my coach, I was like, I'm 265 right now in September. I want to try to hit 280. I hit 280 in 4 weeks after.
Right.
And then it was November, and I was like, I got all the Christmas meals and Thanksgiving. I was like, I'm gonna try to push 300, and I plateaued for that month and a half, just 280, 285.
Because me and him are gym partners, so I've seen the progression over time. That shit's crazy, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
No,
It's a very interesting thing to see coming from someone that's natty as well. Just watching the progression, because like you said earlier, like how he said earlier, like, oh, I don't see the results, but like with him, it's night and day because he carries a lot of the weight in his face. So like when he was bulking, he was.
Oh no, yeah.
He was filling that shit out, bro. But,
so I started in April 7th of last year, but I was just running basic TRT, so like 200 milligrams a week of test. That was it. I didn't start blasting triple dosing, so I went to 600 milligrams of test in August. That's when I put on those 40 pounds at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even blasting a full gram, like a full 1,000 milligrams, like how people would say. Like it was just 600 milligrams of test, nothing else. And then I was just eating 7,000 calories a day, eating everything.
Was that your first initial dosage, 600 or?
No, I did TRT back in April 7th. I did 200 milligrams, 1 shot a week. But then once August hit, I was doing 3 shots a week. So it was 200, 200, and 200, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's when I put on the real size because I stopped going on just basic TRT.
Bro, I feel like eating Domino's every day has a little bit to do with that size. Like,
Yes, it did, bro. All right,
to put it in perspective, like if you have this guy on Snapchat, when he was on his bulk,
My
you'd
bulk
get
is
hungry
stupid.
looking at his story, bro, because he'd have Domino's stacked on like
hella shit, bro. I would have like a full
I
liter of
remember
soda.
this, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I would go to Denny's, bro. I would get like a burger, a milkshake, some fries, onion rings, and I would get like one other thing. You remember that?
Yeah, that was dirty bulk to its fullest.
That was
bro,
dirty
like-
bulk to its fullest, but I like
But,
that.
but like the unfortunate truth of that too, he was pushing numbers, bro. Like that's like kind of the fucked part. Like, it sucks because like as like just a normal gym bro, like a little 17 or watching that shows like, oh, I can eat like shit and get hella weight. And
But it's just our workout regime was fucking crazy though. We were pushing it like
we were
to the
pushing it.
max.
Not the 95 on DB shoulder press, bro. We were
moving. Doing hundreds for shoulder press or sets.
I was doing 95.
Bro.
We got off track about you talking about reaching his full potential.
Oh yeah, because not a lot of people talk about this, and it's like, so for most people, reaching your full gym potential, and I'm talking about, like, when I say like reaching your full gym potential, like what I'm referring to is like you literally sacrificing 2 to 3 years for your, like if you're serious about bodybuilding, because this is what it takes. It's real, and he can confirm this because he's literally doing it.
Yeah.
To reach your full gym physique as a natural, you'd have to sacrifice 2 to 3 years, and I'm talking about every single day. Like unless you take 1 or 2 days off, is like every single day you're eating this. You're like a dog, bro.
Yeah,
eating the same thing, the same. Everything's numbers to you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Eating the same thing, the same amount of protein, the same amount of carbs, fats, calories every single day, up until
You get to the point where just like
you get to the point.
fucking juice.
You get to the point where like you're tapped out, bro.
Yeah.
You get to there's such things like, bro. For example, if you look at Sebum, at his peak physique, that motherfucker don't get fucked up. He has genetics like a Greek god. Like at his
Yeah.
That is natty.
Did you see pictures of him in college?
Yes.
No, no, bro. I'm telling you, cause like the reason I'm telling you is like this guy was normal is because he talk about how midweek he'd party, bro. Like,
Yeah,
he was
he would
still
party.
partying.
Yeah.
He was still partying, but like at 23, 24, bro, he tapped out and he looked amazing.
He did.
But
really full. He was
exactly. But he had great insertions, everything. But he wanted to go to the next level, right?
Yeah.
He wanted his pro card, so he started juicing. And
He got
to me, that's what I feel like. If it gets to that point where it's like, but you have to realize too, like if you're doing this, you have to go the fuck all in. That's another problem people have. They go, they don't live in the like, bro. Whatever you're doing now, you got to give 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000%.
You see those TikToks where it's just like you lose neurons, like just fucking juicing it. Yeah, I told you how I felt.
We'll talk about that, bro. Like, how was that mentally on that? Because like, there's so many memes on TikTok about people on
the
like,
confidence is great. Like depending what ester you run, you see either tren enethate or tren acetate, or there's like another one. Tren acetate lasts 3 days, but you got to shoot it more frequently. So I was doing 300 milligrams of tren. I was fucking confident, dude. I like diced. I felt like a god. But my mental health every night was shitty as fuck. Like I would go home and be depressed and shit.
Really?
Yeah, because I felt like I needed to be bigger, more leaner, more everything.
Okay, but something I kind of want to ask then is because even before that, you always felt like, okay, this is not enough. This is not enough. Do you feel that was also just because of your mental and not because of the pets?
Well,
or do you feel like it just enhanced?
Well, as soon as I started PEDs and just juicing, like pinning, my whole mindset was I'm only gonna do this because I want to go pro. Like I will go pro. Like that's the only thing. And so I started meeting my coach's friends and then the other like pro people, and they were like, "You got it. Like you got the size. You could just fucking push it." Like. Yeah. And so like that stuck with me, and so every time I'm in the gym, like people are always like, "Oh, you look good, you're big." I'm just like, nah, like I want to be up there.
Yeah.
Like so my mindset's always like I should be up here, like fucking godlike status, not just what I look like right now.
Something I'm kind of curious about though is because you said you talked about your coach right now, right?
Yeah.
How long has your coach been doing what he's doing?
Oh, well, my coach is like 31, so he's been coaching forever. Like he has his like little degree in like the coaching and shit, so he could like tell me the nutrition facts and everything, so it's cool.
So with that though, like
he's also a bodybuilder too.
Okay, that solidifies what I'm saying. Why? Because someone like this that doesn't have as much experience as your coach, why would he like promote you going hopping on peds already, as opposed to you just saying.
Well, he didn't want me to. He wanted me to do it natty, but I told him, I was like, I have history with PED. I have history with SARMs and pro hormones. I was like, you know, I know what it does. Like, he was trying to educate me, but he didn't know that I knew like everything that I knew. So I told him, I was like, you know, I know it's shittier like on pills and everything. I want to do injections now. Like, I want to take it to the next level. So I went out to Sacramento, trained with him, and then he was like, do you really want to do this? And I was like, yeah, I want to do this. And I was like, okay, then like I'll show you everything. He was like, but you got to be like 100% committed. He's like, you can't fuck off. He was like, you got to stick to your calories. You got to train hard. And so that's literally what I did. That's what we did.
So if you, yeah, but that's what the thing I've been trying to understand this whole time though. Like, if you were so like literate in this field, why didn't you, and you knew the pros, the cons, and all these X, Y, and Z, why didn't you just try to reach your full potential first and then hop on peds, because you already knew what the effects you were going to get? Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, but let's just look at the OG bodybuilders. Dorian Yates, Tom Platz, fucking who else? They all started at 18, 19
on peds.
Yes, they just ran like Deca and Primo or Test. But back then they didn't really fuck with Test. It was more Deca.
Yeah. Well, what's your insight on this, dog? What do you think?
Bro, it comes down to genetics, bro.
Yeah, that too.
It always comes down to genetics. It doesn't matter who you are to an extent, but here's my take. Hard work beats whatever the fuck you got going for yourself inside you biologically. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, if you're born running a fucking 3-second 100-meter dash and I'm fucking doing this shit every single day to fucking beat your record, I'm gonna beat it.
Yeah.
You stop. You feel me?
100%.
So
hard work.
Well, I feel like what Ant doesn't factor in is like, bro, these people, look how Ant looks at 18 and he's at 20. You know what I mean? And he's
they were committed.
And dude, you have to factor so much, so much. One, genetics, right?
Yeah, like let's look at
another thing. Their upbringing, bro. Some of these bodybuilders, just like they were literally born with shit fed to them. They were spoon fed. You know what I mean? Bro, I'm pretty sure your upbringing isn't fucking, you know, sunshine and rainbows. I'm pretty sure you got to get it out the mud, you know, for the most part. So it's like, bro, you weren't born to win. And so that's probably why you want it so bad. Like, you know what I mean?
Like everything I went through as a childhood, like I also used that too, low key, like
it's like motivation.
Yeah, because I went through a fuck ton as a kid. Yeah, like I didn't even start going to the gym until I was like 15. You know, fucking, you look at the people like that I was talking about, like Dorian Yates and them and Tom Platz, they were working out forever. And who's that other dude? Fuck, what's his name? He has a tattoo on his face. He's a built bodybuilder too. He's
Rich
like
Piana? No,
not Rich Piana. He has a tattoo on his face. He was hella small too, like 5'7", 5'8", but he never won the Olympia.
I'm not even literate in any of this stuff, so this is not my field.
No, bro.
Anyway, but yeah, his parents had sick ass genetics too. He had sick ass genetics too, and he was running like base, like Deca, fucking dosages, and he was yoked. So like genetics do play a part too and everything.
If you could run it back and start at 18 or whatever it may be, you have choice you've made, what would you have done different now?
I would have just went straight to injections. I wouldn't have wasted time, to be honest, because I had my kid at 17. So like that's one thing people also play in. Like,
do you feel that made a factor too? Like that kind of like,
yeah, because like I want a kid and stuff, but like you know, you don't get that fertility suppression bad unless you're juicing the fuck out of your mind. Like, I'm just running testosterone. I have everything in my house that I could get off post-cycle and get my body back to running, and I could have another kid after this off-season or whatever.
That's something that people also don't talk about too. So fertility decreases as you start
the
shooting,
moment
right?
you put foreign testosterone, foreign substances in your body and it gets into you, like your fertility goes to zero pretty much. Like it's even worse if you're running a full cycle for a year or two and you get off. Like, you're gonna need that post-cycle therapy way more than like I would.
No, yeah, bro, that's a huge one. Like, a huge one.
Yes,
that's a huge thing. I always and bro, I'm not certified in this, right? But
of course, yeah.
Public studies in medicine, they're open to everyone. If you want to do your own research, and I can pull up every fucking study to back this up, I'm about to say right now.
Yeah.
You have to consider infertility like a motherfucker, because every man in the world has the privilege to be a dad.
Of course,
and people don't understand that right now that they're young, dumb. But bro, the privilege you get to be a dad is a big thing, and Anthony can fucking second this. Like, Yeah, like
Being dead
right now is hard, bro. But bro, when you're older and your daughter is 15, 16, you're gonna be like,
Yeah, it's a privilege,
I raised, you know, I raised the queen. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good feeling when you're older, bro.
Yeah.
And people take that for granted because they want to be.
They just want to live.
Selfish in a way, like I want to be the best. And you know, kudos to people that are dedicated to it, right? But it's like that's another thing, bro. It's like, would you rather die? It's kind of like, would you rather live long enough to yourself become the villain?
Yeah.
Or would you rather
even at
die
that, though, that's
hero?
kind of subjective.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it is, bro. But
because like
it's real though. It's real.
It's a reality. You're right,
bro. It's literally like you literally die an Olympian, right? You either die Mr. Olympia or you die not ever being a dad. You know, it's tough to swallow, bro. Like
it is, and some of these bodybuilders might not even be on their radar. They're like, you know what, I don't even want kids, you know, and like you're right. Because I agree. I want kids. You know what I mean?
Most people do.
Yeah, like if you watch the C-Bum's Q&A, he'll do a couple Q&A videos, and one of them was like, "Would you like to have a son?"
Yeah, and even on the Nelk podcast, he was even talking about. He's like, "I want to meet C-Bum."
Yeah, he was like, I would like to hope so one day, because he doesn't know, he's blasting, like he has the Olympia title. He has to juice the fuck out of his mind to just be the Olympia. Like he has a title to defend 4 times. So like he's like worried about like defending his title right now. He won't stop probably until he loses, and then he'll retire and then fucking try to have kids.
Yeah,
because like he's been juicing since he won his Olympia the first time. So like that thought of like me too. Like obviously I have my kid already. It's cool. She's gonna be 4 this year and everything. But it's just like, fuck. Like if I want to go pro, like I always have this debate and I always get hella sad. Like I really do. I'm always like, fuck. Like I know I'll go pro. Like it's obvious I'm gonna go pro. Like it's just how I am. Like my mindset, everything. Like I'm gonna go pro. I'm just like, fuck. I want to have another kid before I go pro, because I feel like once I'm at that level, like I'm gonna, like I know I'm at that level. It's doable now. I feel like I'm gonna try to push it. Like, am I gonna want to have a kid during that time? Like, am I really gonna want to be like?
It's like you have a timer on you.
Yeah. Like, am I?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
Like, am I really gonna want to take care of a baby at like 2 a.m. in the morning when I got work and I have a whole schedule?
I mean, that ultimately kind of comes down to like, what's your priority? Do you want an Olympia or do you want a child? You know what I mean? Because like you said, when you hop off, it takes you a while.
Yeah,
it takes a
like
while,
5-6 months,
and that's gonna push you back. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can train hard, you can grind hard in the gym, but I mean, it's as opposed to
bro, and that's like the biggest thing about bodybuilding. It's like you can build this insane package, and it's like
you can't pass it on.
And then like not only that, bro, and then you get to that stage, and it's crazy how almost like, let's say for some people it'll be like a 20-week prep, like almost a year of sacrificing everything, and it narrows down to like a 10-second announcement that you didn't even fucking play stop. Like bro, it's heart shattering.
But even with that, I feel like you kind of already going in there. Of course, you're going with a winner mindset, but there's a small, I feel like, sub factor of you that's like, you know what, this might not.
Yeah, like it comes down to your posing and like the way you're conditioning. Like they judge you off conditioning and posing. Like if you're breathing too hard, that's conditioning right there. They'll take your points off for that shit. Like who is it? Mike Menser. He was the only bodybuilder in history to ever get a score of 300 twice, and he did it in the same year.
Is that like a perfect score?
That's a perfect score, and he never won the Olympia because he lost to Arnold. And then that's
so. Then what is it, like a fame factor, like
that
a crowd factor? Is that what
politics also play a role in that?
Heavily, bro. If you don't think the judges have preference,
like if you're a social media presence or something,
especially in the golden era, especially in that era, bro. Do you don't understand how many protagonists, antagonists were built during, like in that sport during that time, bro? Yeah. And Arnold was like, he was the Superman to everybody. Yeah, he was the standard. It's like, you gotta think about it, bro. Like, imagine being the standard, and you have to break the literal standard. You have to be better than what's considered the best.
Yeah.
Even 30 years later, bro. Like, that's a trip. Bro. It's crazy.
What do you guys think? Like, honestly, that put him into that pedestal. Was it like?
Well, I mean, I think the thing
was it just like he was the first one to do it, like, or like his genetics were just cracked and like, you know.
I mean, you also have to look at like when he was like 15 and 16, he was winning shows out in Austria or whatever when he was before juicing. Like he had big arms, big chest. Like
Oh, yeah,
his
bro.
genetics are cool. And then what also blew him up too, I think, is his movies. Like he started doing movies when he was working out.
Yeah,
Like
so many things.
Okay,
bro.
so that kind of sucks because that begs the question.
Politics?
At the end of the day, is it more of a politics standpoint? If you have a big ass social media presence and you're kind of a little more mid, as opposed to someone that has no social media presence that's straight jacked.
I mean, I would think so. Because,
You know what I mean?
Because like.
Well, you gotta think about it, man. This is what time era is this? Is the 80s,
This was the 70s because there wasn't
70s.
there wasn't a
Damn,
lot
I
of
was
money
out,
back
bro.
then. There wasn't a lot of money back then. So think
Yeah.
about it. You have a bodybuilder that's Olympia. He's doing movies and he's doing hella shit. Like it's bringing money to the sport. You wouldn't want him to lose and then fucking retire and then you're just losing money.
Well, I mean,
I
in
don't
the
know,
same
because
sense,
Yeah.
even if he did, it's you can look at it so many ways, bro. But even if he did lost, even that underdog,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
even that would
dude, that's
start
a whole
taking
nother
in.
thing you could
That's a
run
whole
into,
nother,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Him
And
fighting
then
back, trying
the,
to get it back.
the return of honor. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Like,
you can
return of-
play it so many ways. Just because at the end of the day, it's viewership, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's bringing. And you know, it's another thing. This you can kind of even bring this into like powerlifting, bro. Powerlifting blew up like a mug the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Everybody
in general,
wants to lift.
or you mean
no.
like in our little area?
Oh no, I think in general, bro.
Really?
No, you know what? I'll go as far as to say that fitness.
Fitness,
Okay,
bro.
I was gonna say fitness.
Hold on, bro. Hold
Yeah,
on, because
talk
I'm about to
about
make
that.
a statement right now.
See,
Yeah.
Fitness is more of a trend than anything else, and that
Yes.
shit is sad to say.
Yes.
Well,
All right,
okay,
all
hold on. Let me say something though. Why is it sad? Because ultimately, yes, maybe people are doing it for a social media presence, X, Y, Z, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, they're going in there, improving their health. Like, yes, I agree. Some of them are kind of like doing like vlogs or interviews, where the fuck.
Oh,
but
bro.
you're promoting the gym.
Yeah.
I'm not referring to that though.
Or what do you mean?
I'm referring to the fact that for some people, going to the gym it's literally a facade to them. Like it's literally just for the clout.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've met some people that literally they'll go to the gym, record a video, and edit. Shout out CapCut. And so I'm telling you, and they'll walk out, and it's like, dude,
Bro.
the thing, it's like people don't realize
Planet Fitness.
bro, I'm telling you, social media is a trip because it connects to the world in a way that people have never realized you'd be so connected.
Yeah.
You can post something and it creates such an image to other people. Bro, if I post every day, I wake up at 4 a.m. and really go back to sleep after,
Nah, I feel like
feel me,
yeah,
bro?
like they make so many memes of that online,
bro,
you know?
and to tie that into like what I'm saying, fitness is now a trend more than anything, is because people are literally trying to do something more so because just because other people are doing it, and they're trying to doing it in a way where they want to be at a level where this person's at, but more so they just want to literally hop on the trend.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I get intimidated when you're pushing like 500 plate deadlifts and shit. I'm just like fucking doing a plate on squat.
Oh, I was the same way.
I'm just like fuck.
That shit
I'm just-
fucking yeah, bro.
I'm just like I'm here for.
That's
aesthetics.
okay though, bro. Cause listen, now it's like fucking so match me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's never what's the word for it? It's
Never competition.
Yeah, bro. Not necessarily competition. It's never malicious. You know.
That shit was
Like,
crazy. Like I always think about that and get sad. I'm like fuck. Like where I am now compared to my childhood. Like I want to tell people that one day. Like it's crazy.
No, definitely.
So like that even motivates me even more because I'm just like fuck, dude. Like I want to show people like even though I grew up shitty and everything, like I put myself and mindset into that position that like I got here. Like I have my house, I have everything going on.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Maybe you guys touched on this and I didn't hear about it, but does that kind of just touch on work ethic then?
I mean, it depends.
Because I mean, let's be honest here. Like, me and him are gym partners, right? And I'm 5'6", 185, right? And I feel like I'm majority of the time keeping up with him.
yeah,
You know, and now why? That's just because I'm fucking grinding it out, lifting with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you are like probably like what, like 5'10", 5'9",
Yeah, I say 5'10".
and what do you got, like
6 foot Air Force Ones.
depending who's asking? Wait, well, at what
Yeah.
body weight are you?
I'm heavy right now. So right now, what do you think I'm at?
190.
Yeah, probably 190, maybe 205, 210.
Yeah, I'm like pushing like 205 right now. I'm pretty heavy.
So that kind of
I usually like walking around at like 190 max, but
when you were cut Zemps, what was that?
Bro.
When you were like light as
see,
fuck.
bro. See, what people don't talk about is like when you're lean year round like that, because looking back at it, it's so funny when you look it back at then, you're like, damn, I was like really skinny. Like, you know what's funny?
Yeah,
you know what's funny when like, it's so funny, bro. So let's say you get to a point where you have like this, like you're saying, let's say you have body dysmorphia for a little while, right? And this is like, we're talking past tense self. And you're like, dude, I look fucking trash. And then your current self, you look back and you're like, damn, bro, I look lean. I look small waist, big arms. And you're like, wow, I'm all fat now. It's like, I had body dysmorphia then. Why couldn't I think of myself like then now? You know. But when you're lean year round, people don't talk about like cardio's not I want to, I'm going to.
It's like
cardio's you need to, bro.
Yes.
Cardio is not an option when you're lean year round. I'd literally be fucking like, I'd get off work, I'd work a 12-hour shift, I'd do a bodybuilding workout like early in the morning, and then late at night I'd do like a whole ass CrossFit workout, and I hated that shit. But it was the only way I'd stay lean, because the thing is, I'm never gonna eat less. I'm never ever gonna eat less. I'll work out more, I'll do more cardio, never gonna eat less. And that's another thing people don't talk about. It's like it all comes down to construction. You like construct like structure in whatever the fuck your plan is. But typically fat loss works in two ways. It's either you're gonna eat less, work out more, or you're gonna eat more, you're gonna eat more, work out more, or you're gonna eat less and you can work out less. You know what I mean? It's either like, you know. And so,
do you feel that like if you would have, because you know how you said like I'm not gonna eat less, right?
Yeah.
Like, year round.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if you had a consistent like 2100 or whatever it may have been throughout the year, that was a maintainable thing for you? You could have done less cardio.
Well, luckily, what I do take from that, what I was really thankful for, is that now I have I basically train my metabolism. I sped it up like crazy through dieting backwards, because it reached a point where I was eating ice. I pulled up to the dinner table, just fucking eat ice, bro. Like, because I was eating so little and I was so lean, so I'd had to backtrack, and I'd be eating like what I mean by that, I was eating like 1,500 calories, and I was like 180 pounds, bro, and it was muscle, so I was clearly starving myself. But this is when I wasn't really I was dumb as fuck. And so, is that when you started really diving into the whole nutrition?
I was about to ask
fact, bro. Everything I know is through self study and then self experimentation. Everything I know, and it's like when people try to call me out on my bullshit, it's like, bro, I literally went through it, and if I don't know something, I will find out, bro. There is no answer. Like, I don't know. There's never an I don't know. There's always an I'll know some. If I don't know, I'll find out.
Facts.
If you're so now, let's say for example, you're gonna run it back. You're trying to do another cut.
So
what have you learned in these past 7 months that you would apply for yourself? Because now you have clients that we obviously haven't talked about that.
Yeah.
But you now that you're doing that, what would you recommend for yourself as a client or as yourself?
So obviously it depends by goal. It depends by goal like crazy. So for a person like me, so obviously I'm heavier, but luckily it's not for the wrong reasons. If you guys have seen me shirtless, it's not for the wrong reasons. I'm not fucking fat as shit. I like to think so. And so
you seem pretty toned out though.
Yeah, like luckily I'm not as lean as I used to be, but I'm not.
Yeah, you were lean though back then.
Yeah, bro. I was lean, bro. I can see like, bro, I was lean. I could see my lower abs, bro. Do you feel me? Like, it's just hard to uncover.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'd say for a person right now, I'm bigger, but in the sense that I know for a fact I've gained a lot more muscle because I'm stronger. Right, and so it makes more sense that I am a lot stronger, and so I've gained more muscle, which equates more fat, which equates more weight. And so what I'd say I do now, it's really simple, man. I just be on a certain deficit.
Yeah. And what's that number?
Honestly, for me, and I did everything. So for me, I know for a fact it's gonna be like around 2,300 for a cut for me. And
granted, keep mind you that 2,300 mark is for his body specifically. That's not the magic number for any person. If you try, if anyone's watching this, like, oh, Zemps is doing 2,300, that's something I have to do. Like, talk about that really fast. Like, people need to understand that everything that they do needs to be tailored to them. It's not a secret sauce. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for the record, I am not a registered dietitian or nutritionist. I'm just a nutrition coach. I will guide you, but you don't have to listen to me. But this is what I know. I just want to put that out there, bro, because I don't want to get like put on blast. So I help people and the people I've helped have appreciated it. So take it how you are.
What was it? Oh, yeah. If you were to do it for yourself, what would it have been? Like, now what are you gonna do different on this one?
So what I would recommend. So let's say you're losing. Let's say you're losing fat, man. Because I'm gonna keep it, but there's a lot of fat fucks out there. I'm not gonna keep it PG, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, if you're a fat fuck, you did it to your fucking self. I was a fat fuck, so fuck you. Finding what your calorie deficit is, and for people who don't know, a calorie deficit is when the amount of calories you need to lose weight or lose fat.
Yeah.
And so basically the way you get to this number is you have to eat less. You got to move more and eat less, and that'll be your deficit. And that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And so once you find that deficit, and the way you can find this deficit is it's never going to be an exact number. You're never going to know it, but it's usually a range.
It's like a ballpark.
And and for the most part, you can always use there's a bunch of calculators online. You can just use those. And the reason I say it's most likely a range, and it's like is if you go to a calculator and that number doesn't work for you, just play around with it.
What do you mean it doesn't? What do you mean it doesn't work for you?
Like for example,
because obviously it's not going to be that. It's not going to be fun. So that begs the question: just because it's not fun, does that mean it doesn't work for you, or what do you like?
Oh no! I'm referring to the fact that what are you asking? If the number's not right?
Yeah, because you're saying that doesn't work for you. What do you mean it doesn't work for you? Like in what sense?
No, I'm saying because sometimes these calculators can be off by 50 calories, like 50 calories more, 50 calories less. So I'm saying if that number doesn't work for you, experiment for a week. Okay. In a week, if you don't gain weight, if you lose weight, if you're maintaining, that's what I mean. Okay. That's what I mean. If the number doesn't work for you. And once you find that calorie deficit, you need to find the other thing I would tell people to focus on is don't just fucking run. Don't just get on the treadmill and run 5 miles a day, because that ain't gonna do shit for you. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I know tons of people that thought running was the answer and they just got a bunch of loose skin. Yeah. Loose skin. Yeah. So loose skin.
But they dropped weight, but they didn't do a lot of weightlifting.
Well, that's the thing, though, bro. People don't realize they don't want to lose weight. They want to lose fat.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People want to lose fat, and that's the thing. People don't even fucking know what they want, but they want to lose fat, bro. And the way you do that is you have to prioritize, and you have to. It's everything. Like I'm telling you, it's structured. Everything has to be structured. And if you're gonna be like, that takes a lot of discipline. Well, motherfucker, welcome to the real world, bro.
Yeah, it's like, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
I love that's what you told me when I was doing your diet planning. You told me, well, George, bro, what do you want? Do you want I'm doing this for results, not for flavor. Like, of course, if you want, that's what you told me. Like, if you want something that's good, you're not gonna be on a cut.
Yeah, bro, and oh man, that's another thing. But yeah, so for the most part, I'd say so find your deficit for one. Find your calorie deficit through a calculator, or if you have your own methods of doing it, do it that way. And then after that, find a structured weight training plan. And find one in a way where you're progressively overloading in all 3 compound lifts. And when I say all 3 compound lifts, I mean squat, bench, and deadlift, because those are the most functional movements for yourself.
And if people don't know what progressive overload means, just give like a crash course of what that is.
So progressive overload. So for example, let's say you start working out, right? And let's say your max on bench is about like 135, right? And so if we're going by percentages and stuff, so let's say that first week you'd go, PR is 135 on bench, and then the first week you'll go like 115 for 5. The next week you'll go 125 for 5, and then you'll try to PR. The point is like you're progressively overloading.
Okay.
Like you're increasing your weight
every week.
All the fuck out, bro. Because I hella fucked up. Basically, what progressive overload is when you're increasing your weight. Yeah, exactly. You're increasing your weight every week by a certain weight. Damn, bro. I hella dropped that up. Yeah.
Every week you're going. Basically, every week you're going up. You're increasing your weight.
You're improving. That's a simple way to put it. You're improving.
Hold up. But a lot. Okay. Something I'm curious about. Besides the trial and error of your body and stuff like that, where did you learn a majority of your stuff that now you're implementing with your clients? Online?
First of all, shout out PubMD.
PubMD.
That's the public. Fuck man, what does it stand for? It's the
public medical department.
No, public medicine. It's where they keep all the medical studies for like literally everything.
Okay.
Everything. So PubMD.com. It's just where I get everything verified if I don't know something.
I know like the Mayo Clinic's like a that's a predominant time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about that.
The what?
Mayo Clinic.
What is that?
Never mind.
Bro, do not go to milk. I know what you're talking about.
No, fuck you. No.
No, they bold everything so you don't have to find it. Fuck out of here. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's poetry. No, I know what you mean. I know.
Yeah,
Am I wrong? No, they do.
Yeah, but
Like, you'll
it
search
is
something, you'll be like-
certified
you'll be
medical
like-
studies.
They'll be like, what is a protein? And like, you'll find it so fast because they bold it. And then like, your definition of it.
No, but hey, if you're ever going through something like physically in your body, don't look it up on the internet. Just go to the doctor. I feel like every
Fact.
time you look up something,
It'll
you're
tell
like,
you have
I'm
some
dying in a
shit.
week. Like, I have cancer or some shit.
Yeah, bro. Like
Honestly,
I probably do have cancer, but.
but
Hey.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Sorry, that's like between me and Anthony. Yeah, I feel like something we didn't get. I wanted to dive more deep into it with you. Was you said when we started talking about you and the clientele and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, originally people asked me to do this.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Like, how did you start
So-
getting into that?
Yeah, so when I first started, because this didn't start like it's not like I was like working out and someone was like, damn, bro, you look good, what do you eat? It was a few of those, but it was more so like I'm active on social media, obviously, and a lot of the reason is because I love putting people on.
Yeah.
First of all, fuck gatekeeping. If you
Yeah,
gatekeep,
yeah. If you
you're a hoe.
gatekeep in
Yeah.
the valley,
You're a hoe,
you
bro.
a hoe on God.
Like, bro, I'm always gonna give motherfuckers the sauce because if I have you on social media, it's probably because I fuck with you,
Exactly.
right? So, and I don't really not fuck with anybody. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got no ops over here. It's all love. It's all
bro.
love over here.
If you hate me, you hate yourself.
That's your fault. Yeah. Work on yourself.
And then, yeah, so that's how it went. So I posted on social media, just putting people on like these little hacks, bro. Like, I'm gonna get hella nerdy about this shit. So,
Nah, go crazy.
One thing I used to do is I used to grab. So I used to do whenever I first started my nutrition shit. I used to put people on these little hacks. And one thing I used to do a lot when I was like really, really trying to build muscle
Yeah.
and optimize my nutrition is I used to grab non-fat plain Greek yogurt.
I saw that.
And yeah, I used to do that. And bro, when I put this on my story, I got like fucking 20 replies saying like, is it really that good? And I was like, bro, plain Greek yogurt just tastes like, in a way, very, very like diluted sour cream. Like it tastes like sour cream, but not
Yeah,
really.
because you're making sauces out of it.
Yeah, bro.
Weren't you?
I remember
I was
it was
like
making.
ranch.
It was so.
Talk about that.
What I was substituted that for is basically it's a mayo. When it gets to a certain point, it's basically it's just a really, really high calorie, low calorie, high protein mayo. So what I would do is I'd grab that, and I'd grab a packet of Hidden Valley ranch seasoning, not fucking ranch.
I remember
but the
you told me about
seasoning.
that. That shit was fire.
Yeah, bro, and you literally mix those two together, and you have for 90 for a little cup of mayo or for a little cup of yogurt, you have 90 calories, almost 20 grams of protein, and that's for ranch.
That's a dub.
Bro, if you look at a ranch bottle, that shit is like 200 calories, like 2 grams. It's like all fat, bro. It's all fat and oil, and it's like so I did that a lot, bro, and I got hella engagement because I just put my own spin on it and be like, all right, bro, listen, if you guys are like, you feel me? I'd be like, if you guys are still out of shape, bro, I have no clue what you're doing, but it's not the right thing, so I'm gonna put you on. Oh, what I do is like, I do little things like that, and I got a lot of engagement, and honestly, what a lot of it helped is like, people, for some reason, I always got along with everybody,
Yeah.
but, fuck, nice, crumbs on my mouth. I always got along with everybody, but I wasn't an extrovert for a while. I feel like I grew into being an extrovert, if that kind of makes sense. So
Hey, give me another one.
when I
What are you talking about?
I went to how I even got like engagement from people.
Oh,
Because what I'm referring to is the reason I got like clients in the first place is because I posted on social media like all the little hacks that I knew, right? And so I got engagement from that, but
Yeah.
obviously it didn't just stem from the engagement from social media. It's more so like, all right, bro. Oh, sure, quick.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's
No,
bad.
sorry, Sam, go
Yeah,
crazy.
no, you're good. And so yeah.
Engagement.
Yeah, so I'd get the engagement on social media because I'd post these little hacks and I'd put people on. They'll be like, "Well, I never thought of it." It was just a bunch of like out of the box ideas,
Yeah, just
but it's
random
just
things.
it's simple as swaps. People don't realize that the only thing stopping you from eating the foods you love while losing weight is it's all numerical. Everything's numerical.
Yeah.
Everything. So it's like when you have, let's say you have a chicken sandwich, right?
Yeah.
And it's like 300 calories, and you realize like everything on a grilled chicken sandwich is chilling. Like everything's good on it.
Yeah.
But it's like, so if you dissect it, it's like, what's making the sandwich so much more calories that I can't fit into my diet? And you start breaking it down. So a chicken sandwich usually has what? It has mayo.
Yeah.
Like, let's say it's a crispy chicken sandwich. It's like, all right, bro, let's say it's a crispy chicken sandwich, right?
Okay, never mind.
From where?
Let's say it's from like Popeyes, right? So from Popeyes, you have the bun. And then you have the chipotle aioli or whatever that like spicy. It's like a mayo
It's just all
sauce.
extra fat
It's a
shit,
mayo
yeah.
sauce, and then pickles, and then the fucking breaded chicken, fried, and the bun again, right?
we should get some
so
after
what's
this.
messing? So what's making the chicken sandwich high calorie? Break it down. And so you look at it, and it's like, well, first of all, it's chicken. It's fried chicken.
Right.
Okay, let's make that bitch grilled. Grill it. And after that, pickles are cool. Vegetables equate to nothing. And then you have what? You have the fucking mayo. For 2 tablespoons of mayo, it's almost 200 calories. That's whack. So you grab my sauce, right? Which is just fucking high protein Greek yogurt. Mix it with sriracha, which is 0 calories. Shout out hot sauce.
Damn.
Shut up, Hassan.
Yeah, bro. And then you have,
Tapatio or
and then,
Tapatio or
oh, it don't matter, bro. If it makes my fucking what's it called, ground beef and rice taste better, I'll tear
that's all
it
that
up.
matters. Anyways, all right, continue. I'm
No,
sorry.
yeah, but like I was saying, a lot of the times it's just simple substitutions
yeah,
that can make your life a whole lot easier. Sometimes you don't need to change your diet. Sometimes you just need to change an ingredient, bro.
egg
If
whites.
you don't season your food, something's wrong.
You're a whore.
Yes.
Something's wrong.
You have issues.
Bro, I cannot tell you. I probably have high blood pressure. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
I'd rather my food be seasoned, bro, than eat nothing is ground beef. Dude, don't mean to twist it. I love, and I put this on God. I love ground beef and rice, but unseasoned, it's a whole another meal. Like it's a different meal.
I like that Montreal seasoning, that barbecuing stuff that's like in a black.
I've never tried it. I just use
Montreal. You guys don't know the Montreal seasoning?
Montreal steak seasoning?
Yes.
Yeah, I've tried it. Never mind.
I use that
It's
on
pretty
my, I
fire.
use that on my turkey when I'm using ground turkey and egg whites.
Shout out Kinder's. Best seasoning. Don't care.
I don't know what that is.
Damn, I don't know the
Kinder's-
fucking brand, but
Kinder's,
We'll pull that up right now. Boom.
Kinder's.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
you're following Walmart.
I just
Kinder's?
use whatever Google tells me, honestly, for good steak, for good ground beef steak.
Bro,
Sick.
Kinder's is up there.
Like, at what point did you like, you know what, I can make this a profitable business? Or if that, a second question to that was, do you want this to go to a business, or like what's the end goal with that?
So first of all, I wouldn't say it's profitable, bro. It's not really that profitable. I honestly, it's more of a passion project than everything, if I'm being completely honest.
That's a dope.
Just like anything, you need to be really consistent at it. And when people don't realize, you're dealing with various amount of people.
Yeah.
People have different schedules. Like I've had to work with a lot of different people. People like you that work night shifts or work some these different jobs and completely different schedules. And it's like people, for one, value convenience while needing to value being optimal, recovered. Like they need so many things, and it's like it's not just making a meal plan and just fucking chucking you out to the world. It's more so like I have to make sure you're reaching your goals every day while being a better nurse, being a better whatever you
because you're tailoring to each person.
Yeah,
this isn't
like,
a template that you're
So you have
giving.
to work around the schedule.
Yeah, I have to. And can you imagine if I work a 12-hour shift on top of my second job, and then have to work like around 7, 10, 20, 30 people's other shifts?
Yeah.
Bro, I work fucking day and night, man, damn near. And it's like, bro,
So,
it was
but
so bad. So right now, I don't work as much hours as I do in the summer, but bro, it got to the point that I got a little inconsistent, and I was so hard on myself about this. But from like I say July through October, I was working 12-hour shifts 7 days a week.
I think
At
I
that one
remember
place,
that.
right?
7 days a week, yeah. And so I was working 7 days a week. And then apart from that, it was night shifts. And I was also going to school in the day. So,
What do you go to school for?
That's a real man.
So I go to school for biological science, but I'm hoping to get into a University of California, ...
Question mark?
for neuroscience.
oh damn,
Oh,
that fool's
shit.
smart.
So
Yeah,
what's the
but I
angle
want
with
to. I want to be a psychiatrist. I want to be a psychiatrist, but
Dude,
I
that's
want my.
sick.
but I want my I want to dual enroll as a to get my nutrition to be a dietitian. There you go.
That's sick. Because that's what I was gonna ask. Because at that point, it kind of begs the question: like, this is kind of just a side hustle for you.
Yeah.
Because nutrition in yourself, you can
yeah.
really submerge yourself into that field. You know. So I feel like if you look at it from like a nutritionist lens, you know what I mean. Like, there's so much you could run with this and your brand and your clientele.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean. But I mean, if psychiatry is the end goal, then this is kind of just like a.
Well, what people don't realize is like it low key. Not low key. It ties into it always ties. What, bro? When people say you are what you eat, it's corny as fuck, but it's true, man.
Elaborate on that.
It's true. It's true. Like I can't tell you when I was younger.
Yeah.
How cloudy minded I was because I was literally eating hot Cheetos like every day, drinking like, dude, you know, bro. Like I was so.
When you say back
ignorant
then,
to
what
so many
like
things.
what age?
I'm talking like, you know, I'm talking high school. Honestly, I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Before the wrestling.
I was at, hey, bro, don't get twisted, bro. I was ferocious on the mat. But, bro, check it out. I was at wrestling tournaments, bro. Before matches, I was eating extra hot Cheetos, bro. Like I was so ignorant to a lot of things.
I'm sorry, but I kind of want to ask. Like you said, that was high school, right?
Right.
And you have evolved mentally so much over the span of 5 years, as well as Anthony, right?
Yes.
So that begs the question: if you eat, different things or like X, Y, and Z, hot Cheetos, blah blah blah, are you saying now you're still cloudy minded? Because now you have you're very humble, you're very in tune with all the fields that you're in, right? But with that, do you feel like all of those things were kind of just because you were in high school and your mindset has changed? That doesn't necessarily have to do with the food.
No, bro, and I'll tell you why right now. People don't realize when you get out of high school, the deciding factor whether you're successful or not is self-discipline.
Yes.
It's always self-discipline. You don't know how, bro. And I want to talk about this briefly, but after high school, I went through a really bad breakup.
Okay.
And that down spiral. Excuse me?
Oh, I remember that.
I went through we ain't name drop, but I went through I spiraled. I spiraled really, 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 really bad.
Yeah.
And
we all been through it.
Yeah, I spiraled really, really bad, and I took a good look in the mirror, and bro, I always look at this picture. I have this picture on my camera roll from like October 2020, and I was I was not happy with myself. I wasn't big or anything, but I was not happy with myself. And so that kind of damn, bro, I completely lost train of thought.
You were talking about how you went into a downward spiral due to a relationship.
Yeah, and I went to a downward spiral, and it just but what was the original question?
Holy shit.
Damn, son. That bad?
Got deep.
No, fuck. Do you feel your mindset changed?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So I went through a breakup in 2020. I went through a really down spiral, and it taught me so much. And it's like, you don't understand when you're in a position where you're literally like, you're mentally like so fucked up, right? Yeah. And it's like, you're at that point, I'm out of high school.
Yeah.
I want to do better for myself, and I feel like we're in a day and age where we're always pressured to do better.
Very
hustle,
very
the hustle, the hustle mentality that's given to these young kids nowadays is crazy, bro. People are 18 with the fucking.
It's hard.
Yeah, like people are 18 with
that's
fucking
that's
millionaires.
I kind of want to talk about that. It's like, it's not like, we'll bring back to what you were saying, but it's really hard because this generation it has done a complete 180 to what our parents were taught at our age at 18. Because now it's, if you're not drop shipping, if you're not an e-commerce, if you're not fucking
e-commerce though.
No, but I'm saying the point is, if you're not doing one of those things, if you're not doing stocks, if you're not making 6 figures at a young age, it's like, what are you doing? But it's like, as opposed to our parents, when you go to college, you get your 4-year, you get a house,
you get the 401k, you make 60 grand a year. It's cool money,
and then you retire at 65. It's like, no, like now
you gotta make
there's so much
a year just to be living.
If we're talking social standard, not necessarily what is necessarily livable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the cost of living went up.
I understand what you're saying.
It's really hard.
But yeah, to go back to that point, so yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, like I was saying, like out of high school, you're a lot of pressure is put onto you, and it's even harder when you have people the same age as you around you, and they're like they're doing better because you feel. I was at a really low point in my life.
Yeah.
Like I had no money in my bank account, bro. I was no motion, bro. I was not bad, and so basically, I don't know what it was, bro, but through fitness and through a lot of just learning to sit with things and learning to really sit with my emotions instead of fleeing to other outlets, whether it be fucking a bitch because I fucking just felt like it, or whether it be
or like drugs.
indulging in drugs, or whether it be partying and drinking my liver away.
Yeah.
I realized that I have to. I didn't want to sit with things. I didn't want to sit with things because I didn't know if I had really dealt with it. And that's what I was scared of. I was scared of failing. I was scared of failing.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, bro. I was really scared of failing, and so.
It's good that you're so self-aware about that, though.
Oh no, yeah,
you know
bro.
I mean?
No, trust me. I've done a lot to deal with to fortify my mentality in a lot of things I do.
What do you feel like has helped you through all of that journey? Like you said, you did a lot of self-growth and self-journey. Like, what do you feel like was some of the best things that really helped you get through all of these things and persevered?
I stopped being comfortable, bro. That's a big one.
Hey, being comfortable suck. Like being comfortable in your life, like that's when you just start like, well, you know, I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
like
bro.
Contentment is bad in some senses.
Yes.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Complacency.
Like if you ever see those millionaires, they're
Yeah.
always like, don't get comfortable with your life. Like I noticed that with my friend groups too. Like people are getting comfortable with the lives and shit, and I'm like, I'm not comfortable, bro. Like I want more.
What people don't realize though, bro, is people will point out how like the mic right now. People don't realize that the one thing that people don't talk about that you deal with is doubt. Doubt is the biggest thing, at least for me.
I feel like that's a lot of people
because
relate to
and
that.
this correlates with a lot of things. But if you feed into doubt, you lost. You already lost, and it all starts. I'll tell you right now, it all starts in your subconscious.
Yeah,
Whatever you
100%.
plant in your subconscious, it's gonna somehow, some way express yourself in your day-to-day life. And I tell you this, bro, because I've caught myself so many times being emotional instead of logical. And it literally, like, I get so mad because it's like I repressed it and now I'm fucking backtracked.
And you know what's crazy? Because I know you could probably talk about this. You know how much you've probably improved now that you're thinking logically as opposed to emotionally?
Oh, yeah.
Like, even in, like, in a relationship aspect, if you respond from a logical standpoint as opposed to an emotional standpoint, everything is so much better.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's less toxicity, less
Yeah.
everything. You know what I mean? Of course, that's in like a relationship standpoint, but like,
Oh no, yeah, that's another thing. It helped me a lot with my relationships because dude, you don't understand. I feel like everybody has their hoe phase. Mine fucked me up.
Why?
It kept me detached for
detached from what though?
time, bro, from wanting to be loved.
I'll
be real, bro. Like people don't talk about this, but I'm gonna talk. Like it's true,
I'm
bro.
gonna talk about it. I don't give a
It's
fuck.
true. It's true. And I went through something where it's like I went through what I went through, and it kept me detached. And once I met that special girl, and she tried to she treats me a certain way, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
This was different, and I'm allowing myself to feel this way. It's like, what's even more different?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say right now. It's because it's more along the lines of you, because you, him, as well as me, could probably have been dealt very well girls that were probably there to take care of us or whatever it may have been,
very
but
much.
we weren't mentally
we weren't mentally
there
ready for them.
to handle that.
Yeah,
And that's where, like you said about hoe phasing comes in phase, where it's like you weren't in that mental state to accept all of that healthy love and all of those things that you were just saying. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And it sounds corny, like that.
It doesn't. Let's break that really quick. It doesn't sound corny. It's more mature. Because everyone nowadays is fuck that. I'm not gonna be a simp. X, Y, Z. And then on the woman's standpoint, I don't need nobody. I'm strong, independent. Like no, let's be honest. Call it for what it is.
Oh, no,
maturity and love. Like you're accepting this love from another person. That someone like our parents, if they were in the same predicament, they're like, wow, this person really cares for me. Like this is genuine love. It's not necessarily a fucking simp, as someone would call it in today's day and age. Do you know what I mean?
Dude, it's scary how it's scary how people reject awareness, but it's so needed. Like it's so needed. Like you can't just sit there and live with the fact that when you know you need to work on something and you choose to just be like just repulse it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll never understand that. But no, you're right. You're right. And I feel like it should be more talked about. And I feel like you shouldn't view it. It should always be viewed as growth and progression.
Exactly. Yeah.
Always. And it's like the fact that people don't talk about it enough, it just scares other. Because dude, I know some hard ass motherfuckers. Like they probably got some bodies on them. I ain't talking like, I'm talking like, you know.
Yeah.
And it's funny how it'll be those people that they'll openly come to me and be like, yeah, bro, I haven't been feeling too hot, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you got a gun on you right now. And it's like, and they'll be like, no, I'm not feeling too hot, bro. And I'm like, bro, like even grown ass men, like some of my friends, they need reassurance. Where I'm like, listen, bro,
exactly.
You wanna know why I fuck with you? Because you got fucking motion, bro. Because you're cool. Because you're fucking. Because you make me want to be a better person to keep up with you.
Yeah, and that's what's hard,
you
bro.
Need
because
more people like that in your life.
100%, and that's what's so hard, bro. It's just that like our society today, it's like it deems like suppress. I'm fine. I'm strong. This blah blah blah. X, Y, and Z.
Masculinity.
Like, yeah, toxic. Like let's call it what it is.
Masculinity.
Toxic masculinity, bro.
Yeah.
Like you just said, like some guys that like are about that shit or whatever it may be, they're still going through it. But you know what's something I find interesting is that those hardest people are also the ones that have relationships with girls that are bringing them down and are keeping them grounded. You know what I mean? Because let's call it what it is. Relationship in themselves help with your mental health so much if it's a healthy relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
It helps so much. They're your rock.